Hey guys, welcome to my channel, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. What's going on, guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please give me a second. I forgot to add people on YouTube, on Facebook. Let me go ahead and add my Facebook people. To, okay, so give me a second. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, please. This. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, my apologies. Let me introduce again. Hi, guys. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. What's going on, guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, so let's talk about this story that is currently going viral. Please hit the like button as you come in, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you, YouTube, for your patience. Those of you that were waiting for me, while I was getting my stuff together. So this story is currently going wild about this 35-year-old Nigerian, US-based Nigerian doctor. He would have been 36 on the 4th of next month of March. So he allegedly took himself out of the equation over $15,000 child support order. So I guess he and his child's mother were going through some type of custody situation and child support situation, and he was asked to pay. He was ordered to pay 15,000 in monthly child support, and he took himself out. So the story is bizarre to me for a number of reasons, right? If you search this story up on Google, you will see different articles about it, mostly from Nigerian news media. I am yet, and I'm really good. I pride myself in having a really good research game. It's so hard to find a story in American ecosystem, in American news ecosystem. It's hard to find the story there. So I'm just thinking what's going on. But according to the reports, am I even on YouTube? Can you guys even hear? Am I on Facebook? Do I need to start this live over? Can you guys hear me? Let me do a quick sound check. Okay, I can hear myself. So if you check American news ecosystem, this story is not there. And it is really bizarre if the story happened the way they said it happened. It is really bizarre that the story is not on all news media in America, But according to what is being reported, though, and mind you, when I first saw this story, I was really, really like I was scratching my head because this is a man who hold on, okay. It really made me scratch my head because this Van Larry guy, who supposedly allegedly is the father of the woman, you know, he's a very controversial figure. He's a very controversial figure, and like he always finds himself in one trouble or another. He's always talking. One time he was married to this woman for several years, and during the course of their marriage, they were always doing lovey-dovey on social media or whatever. But then once the relationship ended, he started accusing the woman of all types of things, you know. So, but as soon as I saw this video, as soon as I saw this story, and it has something to do with him, I was just like, oh boy, here we go again. You know, that was my number one instinct with regards to this. I was just like, here we go again with this man. But apparently, Mr. Van Lare is the father of this girl. So let's go ahead and try to dissect what actually happened here. But first, let me see where I can share this story. Hold on. Because the story is just it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. And then first they were like there were conflicting reports. At first they said that they were married, and then later on there were other news reporting that no, they were not really married. They actually, there was going to be a wedding, but something happened and the wedding ended up not taking place. Sorry, it's still early for me, and I don't know, I'm a little bit jitters about this. Not about this, but okay, so this article says he held my daughter and her children at GP. Use your brain. After losing custody, Francis Van Larry reveals why US-based Nigerian medical doctor who was his son-in-law committed cider. Okay, so you know how we do here. We use code words because of the algorithm god. So the article says a US-based Nigerian medical doctor committed that word, and conflicting reports have emerged about the reason for his action. Now, Francis Van Lare, a Nigerian businessman popular for previously being married to a relationship coach. This was what I was trying to tell you guys that time. Their relationship, they used to do like really bizarre things. They will be like, he'll be grabbing her boobies and doing all this sort of weird stuff. It was so crazy. And then when the relationship ended, he started accusing her of, you know, and her children of even tying him up and beating him up or something. But yeah, now Francis Van Lare, a Nigerian businessman popular for previously being married to a relationship coach, Amara Wonsu, has revealed that the late doctor was his daughter Suzette Chibuigo's ex-husband and father of her children. So there are other conflicting stories about this, with people saying that he canceled the marriage. The marriage was supposed to, yes, there were flyers out, there were invites or whatever, but that the guy, this now late doctor, canceled the marriage. The wedding was supposed to take place sometime right in the thick of the panorama 2020, I believe it was supposed to take place, but they cancelled. I'm sure as we go on, I'm sure more details about this story will come out, and then the reason why it was cancelled will then come out. But as of right now, Mr. Van Lare is still claiming this guy as his son-in-law. So continuing, it says he claimed that Dr. Ikenna Erine, a 36-year-old cardiologist from Anambra State who was practicing in the U.S., took his own life after losing a custody battle. Van Lare alleged that Dr. Erine had gone to his daughter's house on that fateful day and held her, their children, and the nanny at GP for 3 hours. He claimed the nanny finally managed to escape and reported to the police, and Erine decided to do that to himself when the police arrived, instead of facing 3 counts of kidnapping and D weapons and all, and which carries a sentence of 25 years to life on each count. So he decided to take it instead of going to prison for 25 years or more. Van Lare issued the statement after his daughter and her former partner's story made it to the internet, with many mourning Dr. Irene and wondering and remembering him as a calm and brilliant man. Yeah, I will agree that he's brilliant, because cardiologist, to be a cardiologist, that's a different level. And that's the reason why, for those of you who are watching me, following me from Peggy, that's the reason why it really grinds my gears when Peggy tries to put himself in the same league as real medical doctors, because there are levels to this ish. Okay, there are levels. A family GP is very different when it comes to education background and everything, even income. To when it comes to income and all those other things that I've just mentioned, to somebody who's, for example, a cardiologist, because it takes a lot more time, it takes a lot more effort, it takes a lot more everything, you know. So yeah, I imagine he was a brilliant doctor. Valari issued a statement after his daughter and her former partner's story made it to the internet, with many mourning Dr. Irene and remembering him as a calm and brilliant man. According to online reports, Ikena took his, after a court ruling in favor of his ex-wife in a child support case. The tragic incident was reported to have occurred on Sunday, January 26. Dr. Irene had been involved in a divorce battle with his estranged wife, Van Larry, particularly over custody. He lost the case when a U.S. court ordered him to pay $15,000 in monthly child support. Friends of the deceased claimed online. Clayton Udo, a Nigerian American, confirmed the incident in a post shared on X, formerly known as Twitter, attributing the doctor's financial strain from the court ruling as the cause of his unaliving. So yeah, so this is Mr. Van Larry responding to Amanda Chisom. Amanda Chisom is a popular um, influencer and public figure in this space. So that's Mr. Van Larry saying this, and he says Amanda Chisom posted this on her page. While there was a custody battle my daughter is involved in, excuse me, while there was a while there was a custody battle my daughter was involved in, and I only became aware last Monday morning about 3 a.m. Nigerian time that the deceased held her and her children at gunpoint for 3 hours after losing a custody battle. The nanny managed to escape and called the police, and on arrival of the police, he did that to himself. I guess he decided to do that to himself instead of facing 3 counts of kidnapping with a deadly weapon, 25 years to life on each count. So he continues and said, while I sympathize with his family for his death, my daughter is not responsible for him taking his own that word. And I thank God it did not denigrate to where he did that to his daughter and grandchildren and himself. May his soul rest in peace. Everyone is loser here, and it is traumatizing for all, including myself. Of course, you have to make it about you, Mr. Van Larry. How is it, like, really, you want to measure your level of trauma as a result of this to the level of trauma, let's say, even the kids or even the nanny, you know? I don't know. This is such a sad, sad, sad story. So another thing that I also observed, right, was when the story first started making rounds, people were assuming that the woman is an Oyinbo man. So there were posts where people were literally saying, I don't know why Nigerian men continue to marry all these Oyinbo. They should leave Oyinbo women alone. I started wondering, where did this sentiment even come from? Where did it even come from, where all of a sudden people are now assuming that the woman is an Oyinbo? I was thinking about that. And then I went back to my Google now to search. So when I searched again, there is a LinkedIn. There is when I searched again, there is a LinkedIn page that I ended up finding. And this LinkedIn page has the picture of an Oyinbo woman. Let me share my screen. When I search his name, and it took me to, Google now will take you to Google Images and all that stuff. And then when I searched, and then when I clicked on that, if you look at the name here, let me highlight this. So let me, if you see this one here, it says, Ikena Erine, New York, New York, and professional LinkedIn. So if you look at the picture on this, the picture of a white woman, so I feel like people just concluded that, oh, somehow people connected the dots in their brain and figured that, oh, it must be a white woman that he married that did this based on this based on this LinkedIn account, or this LinkedIn link having an Oyinbo woman's profile. But yeah, because it was something that was just bothering me, I decided to take a few more moments to research and see what I will find. But yeah, the person in question is the person that he was married to is a Nigerian woman. And let me show you guys something again. The date of the wedding and the wedding invitation, because they are still conflicting. There are still people who are basically saying that they were not really married, you know, that they were just the marriage was cancelled. Sorry, wrong post. So there were people saying that the marriage was cancelled. I think the dad ended up showing so-called proof that yes, that they were married. So this is what Amanda Chisholm posted. Amanda says, this Ikena I know. So this Ikena I know, and he did not marry a white woman. Again, yeah. I think people went on Google and they were looking for his pictures. They saw a LinkedIn name with Ikena Irene, and then the photo on the Ikena Irene, underneath Ikena Irene was a white woman. I think that was why people connected the dots and basically assumed that it was a white woman that he married. So it says, so this Ikena I know, and he did not marry a white woman. He had children with an Igbo girl, Francis Van Lare's daughter. They were not married. So she's saying that they were, Amanda Chisholm is saying they were not married. He called off the wedding. So Ikenna called off the wedding because of his family, and that Ikenna called off his wedding because of his family, and that he's my own. Because of his family and that he is my own, I will honor his memory and wish him a good sail. Ikenna was always too quiet for his own good. So quiet, if you push Ikenna, he will walk away. One of the most intelligent students in my set. Imagine a set with so many intelligent, top select students. Then imagine being top 5 in that set. Ikenna was very quiet, unassuming, and a gift to his generation. My greatest sympathy lies with his family because I know what it takes to raise a son like Ikenna, from Navy to schooling in the US, from bachelor degree to becoming a cardiologist, only for it to end like this. May his soul find the peace that was denied him. So that was what Amanda Chisholm, she knows him. They went to the same school. They were the same set. And yeah, I guess that was what prompted the response from this man, where he wrote all of this, I guess, trying to paint a certain picture to make people not feel sorry for him. I don't know. And so he also, okay, so and also in response to Amanda Chisholm's claim that Ikenna and this lady, this Suzette lady, were not married, so he posted a picture of some kind of wedding invitation just to prove that they were in fact married. But show us what, I mean, if you can pull out pictures. You can also pull out videos now from the event. You know what I mean? If you can pull out pictures to confirm that they were in fact married and debunk what Amanda is saying, then I'm sure that wherever you found this invite, you can also find some wedding pictures of the actual wedding ceremony. You know, that's what me I want to see. Because people can print anything out. Like Amanda Chisholm said, he called off the wedding, it did not take place. So this is the wedding invitation. Say Igbanku Nwanyi. The Van Lare family and the Erine family request the honor of your presence at the traditional wedding ceremony of their children, Suzette Chibugo and Ikena Chuku Kadibia. On Friday, May 22nd, 2020, at 5 p.m. prompt, the families of Mr. and Mrs. Van Lare and engineer and Mrs. Irene request the pleasure of your company. So yeah. This proves nothing really. Somebody commented underneath Mr. Van Lare's post and said, "A terrible father and daughter. How much? How much child support? God have mercy. Man will be walking like elephants and be eating like ants. That is what you and your father wanted to reduce him to. May God rest his soul." So basically, yeah. I mean, Mr. Van Lare, show us evidence that there actually was a wedding that took place. I mean, if you can go and dig deep and pull this receipt, I'm sure you will be able to find more videos or pictures from the actual Igbanku event. You know what I mean? But this is a tragic story, okay? Like I was saying just now, it is tragic in the sense that a very, very, I have no doubt in my mind that this guy is incredibly talented. So it is quite tragic that a very talented person has lost his life, you know, in the most senseless way. In the most senseless way. Like, when I search for his name, let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Other than the post, other than the story being featured in Nigerian news ecosystem, I don't see it. I don't see it. It doesn't even show. Like, something is odd. So let me refresh this again. You know, if you look at most of the people publishing this on top stories, it's usually Punch newspapers, Vanguard, Punch newspapers. Let's see what Punch is saying about this. Let me see. Punch will not use ads to finish somebody. Every 5 seconds, you will see ads on Punch, maximizing all that ad revenue. So this is from is this from Punch? It says a US-based Nigerian cardiologist, Dr. Ike Narine, reportedly held his estranged partner and their children hostage at GP for 3 hours before taking his own. When police arrived, his father-in-law Francis Van Lare alleged. But why is it always Francis Van Lare? Like, why? Why does he always find himself in the why? Now, wow. I mean, I can't help but wonder, seriously. The tragic ending of a 34-year-old cardiologist has sparked intense debate and widespread reaction from Nigerians both at home and abroad. Initially believed to have taken his own due to financial strain, new revelations suggest that his final moments were far more disturbing. Francis Van Lare, the father of Irene's estranged partner, has alleged that before that happened, the doctor held the deceased doctor held his daughter and grandchildren hostage. Yeah, that's all the story. That's the same thing that the man said. There is nothing from like a Fox News. There's nothing from like an MSNBC. There's nothing from like a CNN or something because this is major. Imagine if somebody take and unaliving themselves after being ordered to pay 15,000, and this person is a cardiologist. This person is not just like a fry cook along the way. This is a cardiologist. This is a talented, intelligent, brilliant doctor. And CNN is not all over the story. BBC is not all over the story. ABC News is not all over the story. It is mostly Nigerian media that is carrying the story. Or maybe people are just jaded because of everything that is happening with DJT or whatever. I don't know. But I will follow this story up and I will bring you guys more updates as they become available. May the doctor so rest in perfect peace. This is a tragic, tragic, tragic loss. Anyways, like and share this video. I will catch you later. Bye.